living is an art. It is just not an art. One has to take the responsibility of living in a better way. Now, the responsibility has got quite a few dimensions. Now, responsibility, why one should take responsibility? You just look at that. If you look at your own body itself, many organs in the body takes their responsibility and they keep functioning unnoticed. These are, we call them as involuntary function. It's already there and it is doing it. But we are all different organs of the society. Similarly, we have to take responsibility also. Now, responsibility means, what would you like to take responsibility? Or what do you feel about responsibility? Why should I be responsible for anything? It is simple. Whenever you take responsibility, what happens? Taking an example, if a person, there's a lecture going on every day, let's say at 6 o'clock, and then you with others reach there at 6 o'clock, but the organizers have not done anything, meaning spreading of the carpet, switching on the lights, opening up the windows. Nothing has been done, and even the speaker has not come yet. Now, there are two ways of looking at that situation. You with others can stand there at the door and then keep commenting why these organizers have not done this or done that. This is one thing. Or the other thing is, okay, anyway the door is open, the organizers are not there. What is required? Open the windows, switch on the lights and spread the carpet. So suppose if one person just takes the lead, then what happens? Others also follow suit. So then you are spreading the carpet, you are doing everything. Now, when you do this, you have taken the responsibility. And when the first person, whoever takes the initiative, that person is followed by others. Now, if you just look at, in any corporate sector, who is the top executive or the most responsible person? The CEO. The CEO is the most responsible person. There can be local responsibilities at different levels, but the collective responsibility is with the CEO. He is answerable to the board. But who is the most powerful person in the corporate sector? It is again the CEO. He can hire a person, he can fire a person, he can make decisions, and he has got the responsibility also. Whenever you take the responsibility, the power follows. Just to look at this with an example. You are residing in a particular layout. Now what happens? It's our common experience that people come and throw their dust and dirt and garbage, everything, into a dustbin that is kept at the corner of the road. But now one person by mistake, let us say, instead of putting it into the dustbin, it has fallen outside. So it is a bit difficult to go closer to that. So everybody throws it outside and it becomes a nuisance. Now you feel that something is to be done. So now what do? You go to the corporation and you speak to the authorities and you get some people and you get that whole lot cleared. Not only that, from next day onwards, you educate the people so that the garbage is dumped inside the dustbin. Now you do that. The whole street watches. Some may laugh at you. Some may comment on you. Whatever. But you think that this should be done. Therefore you are doing it. Now after some time what happens? The water in the tap is not coming. You go to the water supply board office and you talk to them and you see that they release the water. Like that, you may even collect the youngsters of the street and say, let us plant trees here. Because cities are becoming concrete jungles. So now something tells you, now we should do something. Therefore, you collect the youngsters, you bring the plants, and then you make a function of it, and then you plant the trees. Now everybody is observing you. They know that you are doing this not for any selfish motives. You are doing it, you have taken the responsibility and you are doing it, and naturally they start to respect you. If not all, the majority will do it. And since you are taking initiative and bold enough to go and talk to the authorities in various departments, if there is some problem in the neighbor house, they come to you and then you take them and then you have the problem solved. Now this word spreads and the whole locality comes to know of you, and then the big day comes. That is, there will be elections to the corporation. Now the whole locality feels that you are the best person because you have been doing service without any expectation and you are just taking responsibility of that. Now what happens? Now the locality says you are not interested in getting elected as a corporator or whatever it is, but the locals, the neighborhood people will not leave you. They'll say you simply sign these papers, the rest we will take care of. Now because of your popularity, the popularity coming out of you are taking responsibility. Now you are elected as a corporator and you continue with the same zeal and you start to work, and now when the elections to the assembly happens, you are an automatic candidate for that, and then you win there also. See, now from where to where it has taken and why this is happening, the root is at you taking the responsibility. Now going back to that corporate example that we looked at, the CEO has got the powers, the CEO has the collective responsibility also. Now looking at these two examples, what is it that we can arrive at? Responsibility is equal to power. Whenever you take responsibility, then the power automatically follows. The followers follow the leader. The leader is the one who takes the responsibility. Therefore, responsibility is taken and not given. Whenever a responsibility is given, then what happens? We may not. If that responsibility that is given to me, if I like it, I may give my 100% into. Otherwise, I may not. Then it will not be a success one. Therefore, responsibility is always taken and responsibility is not given. Now, most important of this is I am responsible for both my actions as well as inactions. How can we say this? How is it that I am responsible for both my actions as well as inactions? Now, we can see through some example. You are standing in a bus stop, waiting for a bus to come. A bus stop means naturally there will be some petty shops around selling all kinds of things, chocolates, biscuits, banana, cigarettes, and all of that. Now, as you are standing there waiting for the bus, your attention goes towards a petty shop where a person is buying a banana. He buys that banana, you are just seeing it, that's all. And he starts to eat. As he approaches you, the eating of banana is over. As it is a common thing in our country, he drops the peel of the banana and he walks away. Few minutes later, another person walks by unmindful of the peel that is lying there. He steps on it and there's a crash. Now, how do you feel being there? You are not responsible for whatever that has happened on the superficial level. But you feel inside immediately, oh God, this person has fallen down. Let me go and give some helping hand. So many thoughts will come up. Either you will help him, or you may think that, oh, I should have pushed it aside, or I should have warned him or cautioned him. All these things will come, although you are not directly responsible for that. So that example tells us that we are responsible for our inactions also. Our actions we know, for whatever action we do, we are responsible. Responsibility is taken, responsibility is not given. I am responsible for both my actions as well as I am responsible for my inactions.